Well, right now, we want to continue our conversation on broadband in rural America. One solution involves property owners leasing their land to cell tower companies. Former AT&T attorney and president of Vertical Consultants, Hugh Odom, joins us once again. Hugh, we appreciate the information today. Let's talk about what property owners can do and what your firm does for the property owners.
Sure. We work with property owners either if they've been engaged by a cell tower company to put something on their property, and that ranges from an individual to a small town to a university to a large corporation. We work with them also if they have an existing agreement for a cell tower on their land to better suit their needs financially, but also protect them as well. Because a lot of times the property owners are not only getting undervalued, they're entering into agreements that could be problematic for their properties long term.
Well, and this is probably an area, too, they're not familiar with dealing with. So they need that help. They need that guidance. What are some of the biggest mistakes that a property owner makes?
Well, they're playing the wrong game. And what I mean by that is they're looking at this as a real estate agreement, which they are. They're leasing part of their land, but they're really utility agreements. If I came out to you and I said, look, I want to lease your land, and I'm going to put something on there. I want to use 5,000 square feet, but I'm not from a cell tower company. I'm from Exxon. Your first question you'd ask is, how much oil is on my property? You wouldn't be worried about the space. You'd be worried about how much you'd be getting for my property. Well, a cell tower company comes out, they say, I want to lease your land, and a property owner needs to look at that perspective, not just what they're leasing, but what's going to be the utility for this today, tomorrow, and years down the road. They need to structure an agreement to get it right today, get it right long term, based upon what those companies are deriving from their property.
Very good point. So what are next steps? What does a property owner need to do?
Well, I think the big thing here, we're going to enter into 5G. And 5G is going to change the game for a lot of people, not only in rural America, but urban as well. They need to understand, people look at what they're being offered. They need to understand what they're offering this wireless company. And that with 5G, you're talking about an issue not only to provide services, but these wireless companies are all going to provide content because they own the content of the services they're providing. So really you need to understand, again, the technology is going to be out there, the infrastructure and the importance of that infrastructure to that company. That one site. Don't worry what the guy down the street got, guy down the road, cross country. Worry about your property, just like an oil well. It's based on what production that well would produce, not what something across the country would produce.
You got a website where someone can go and get more information?
Sure. Our website is celltowerleaseexperts.com.
That's self-explanatory,
Yep,
isn't it?
it is.
Hugh Odom, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you.
Now, Hugh is with Vertical Consultants, and of course, very good information. And you're right, there's something we're going to have to deal with here for years to come.